One. All right, here we go. Well, all right, here we are. Another edition. Sports and Sounds coming to you live from the Players Grill. Of course, you know, it's Sunshine State Broadcasting. You know what we do. We bring sports to life. Courtney Wallace checking in with you. And I've got with me my good friend Marcus Nixon. What's up, brother?
My guy, how you doing,
I'm
man?
doing well. I'm doing
Appreciate
well. I'm
you.
doing well. I'm doing well, man. You're either one of two things. You're either very tired or you're very excited.
Both. Both. It's a mixture. You know, one day you feeling good, and the next day it's take it day by day. You know
Yeah.
how busy we get, and then we talked before the lights came on how busy you guys have been this year, and we've been just as busy. So moments like this is good to where we could just chop it up and talk without working. It don't feel like work.
Right,
So
right,
it feels
right.
good.
It's not supposed to be work.
Nah,
You know, we
not at
just
all.
basically, I mean, you're talking about just what you saw,
Yeah,
what you've seen, and what you
absolutely.
plan to see. Pretty much is what we're doing. But you know, we're here, Sports and Sounds. We're at the Players Grill,
Mm.
600 Park Street. Great location.
Yeah, it's nice in here.
Yeah,
Very nice.
your first time, right?
First time, it's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Caught
It's
my eye, man. It's
beautiful
nice around
on
here.
the inside, and then they got a
For
beautiful
sure.
outdoor patio area. And this is
Mhm.
where this is where we hope to be our home, the home of the podcast, going forward.
I
And I
just,
say,
I just, I just hope I'm a regular at some point. I just want to be a regular. Come in,
oh
say
yeah,
what I gotta say. I
oh
love
yeah,
to have
oh
that,
yeah,
man.
oh
Pop
yeah,
in on occasions,
oh yeah,
man.
oh yeah, yeah. And of course you see Marcos repping
Oh yeah,
for
reps on reps, man. You already
reps
know
on
what it
reps.
is,
Yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. All right, so let's get into it, Marcos. Let's talk hoops, man.
Let's do it.
It's
Yeah.
been it's been a long season.
Long season,
But you know
very
what?
long.
But you know what I found with the season, like I was telling you. Last season we did 34 games,
Hmm.
and that includes the All Star game, which I think
Hmm.
was our final game.
Yeah, that's like the conclusion to everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So this season we decided that, you know what, we're not gonna go that far.
Hmm.
We're gonna do a little less and focus on, particular games kind of a
Hmm.
thing. Well, can I tell you that I know we're over 50. But here's
That's
the thing,
work.
but here's the thing about it though. It snuck up on us. You never
Hmm.
realize that that's what's happening because
Absolutely.
it's just so much fun.
You enjoy
There's
it,
so much
yeah.
good basketball happening in the
Absolutely.
area, and you just don't want to miss it.
And you think about this whole year, it's been excitement. It's been games that you didn't know which way it was going to go, And I think, like I said, like you said, even for us, we kind of go to so many games, and you're like, every year we're like, well, we're not going to do that much this year. And the year comes on, and it's like, you're going to that game Thursday.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, we'll be there. It's kind of like
You
that.
just get
So
sucked
you
in.
just get sucked
Get
into it,
sucked
and
in,
it's
yeah.
most
But
definitely.
it's one of the things about having passion for what you do, loving
Yeah,
the sport.
most
Then you
definitely.
just can't, because again, how you gonna feel when somebody say, "Hey, you saw what happened that game last night?" And you're like, "Man, I was home," and
I
then you're
missed
like,
it. Yeah.
"Yeah, no, 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 no. Next
Yeah,
game I
most
gotta be
definitely.
there." So it's kind of like that. But
Mm.
let's take a kind of a not a forward. Let's start at the state championships.
Okay.
And then we can work our way
We can work around. Let's do
our
it.
way back.
Okay.
Because state championships back in Jacksonville for
Loved
the
it.
first time in sort of 50 years.
Loved it. Loved it. I like the intimate feel that it had. I feel like the fans played more of a factor. Right in Lakeland, the fans were not so much on the court. It's more up in the bleachers or in the stands. To where UNF, you feel like you were on the court.
Right.
You feel like Jacksonville teams kind of had an advantage for once in those games. So it was pretty exciting to see. I think that Jackson and Villages games is probably the most crowded game I've ever been to, besides NBA or whatever. But for a high school game.
But I heard, and I mean, I haven't verified this, I haven't fact checked this, but somebody said that the FHSA said that this might have been the largest crowd they've had at the state
Yes,
championships.
I believe that. I mean, think about, how many, let's talk about it for a second, how much money they made. I mean, I'm a huge business person, so I think that's kind of how I looked at it. I look around and I'm like, all right, these many people times how many tickets? Like, it's a lot of money they made. But I think, when you have those teams like Jackson, that's a huge draw.
Right.
You benefit from it. So I think they'll be coming back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
they're not going to try to move that anytime
I know they're here
soon.
for 3 years
Yeah.
initially, but I was actually hoping that Jacksonville would show up and show out, so they know that, hey, we made a good decision. And like you said, I like the UNF arena it's not the largest arena, but it still has the big game feel.
It does. It does. Yeah.
And you know just the color scheme of the floor, just it just had this nice ambiance. And of course we had a chance to experience it beforehand, before the state championships, because we did the Providence Impact game
Impact game.
there.
Yeah, you guys.
And I was like, man, what it was a very good idea for them to have played a game there.
Play a game here. I think a lot of teams should do that.
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the area.
And I think it's going to happen now.
I believe so. Yeah.
Again, I think a lot of teams, it's almost like a wait and see. Let's see how it works out,
That's
how
true.
it pans out.
Yeah, sure.
But you talk about like the Jackson game, the upper tier was full.
Was full.
The only game that I saw. I mean, I wasn't there for every game, but that was the only one. Then comes Fleming Island on Wednesday in their semifinal, and they brought the house down.
Packed it.
Now here's the thing about Fleming Island and Jackson, the band.
Yeah.
When they bring the student section and the band, it's a vibe. It's a whole vibe.
We were on the court with the media area, and it felt like we couldn't hear ourselves talk. Like with the crowd and stuff behind you, it felt like just noise everywhere. Right. And I think that's a huge advantage, man. I just hope we can take advantage of the opportunity to where, like you say, have more games at UNF, right? Have those top tier teams that are competing for a championship every year. Schedule some games at UNF, man. That means Booster Club got to come up with some money. Yeah. Because I know UNF isn't cheap, but you know, gotta do what you got to do.
Yeah, but also I'm sure UNF would not mind. Because you're building something.
You are.
You're building a product, and they're definitely a part of it.
That's true.
But also, you know, I'm here thinking that it opens the door up for even the smaller colleges. You know, like your All Star game is at FSCJ.
Yeah.
You know, it's a college floor.
It's a college.
So more teams would want to spend some more time on that floor. So you know, just to see more tournaments on these floors and just more activities.
I'm happy you said that, because that's what we try to build Battlegrounds off of, was having games at FSCJ to where you can practice, have games at a college court. Right. You only can get live reps at Battlegrounds. What event can you go to and you playing on a college court against a state final team? You know, that's what we try to build, man. And hopefully some teams can kind of buy into that and say, I'll go play in that event instead of playing at a high school. You know, and it's not going to, I wouldn't say help, but you know, playing at a college court can really help you in the long run.
Yeah, and also the other thing I'm looking at is with what happened, Jackson, Fleming, Providence, of course. But I mean, just all the teams that made it. So now, here's what I'm hoping. More teams in the area look and see what happened and make a decision. Hey, we want to be there. You see what I'm saying? Now, just imagine what that would do for the competition and just the basketball vibe in the area, with more teams competing at a higher level because they want to be on the UNF.
I think if you were a basketball coach, player in high school, manager, fan, if your team wasn't playing that week, you're thinking in your mind, like, if you're coming back, obviously, man, I got to play here. My team has to play here. Like,
no doubt.
You got to have that feeling, because it was great atmosphere. And yes, it's cool to support, but I'd rather be on that court. I'd rather be on the court, man.
And then here's the other thing that always plays into it. You look at some of the teams that are coming in, and you're thinking, man, my team could have beat that team.
Could have beat some,
Or, you know, it builds up something inside of you, and we hope that is sparked in, you know, more Jacksonville players, coaches, more programs, and, you know, just Northeast Florida, make it the mecca of basketball.
And I think we're on that trajectory.
Yeah.
Right. For so many years, I would say 5 years ago, even when I was in school, the stigma of Jacksonville not being basketball or Northeast Florida not it's all negative, right? But the past couple of years, you have people like yourself, us, Invite Only, all these other media companies that are boosting the area, right? So think where we can be in the next 5 years if we all continue doing what we're doing now. I think we can have that area competing with the Orlandos, the South, Miami.
Because again, you know, while we're at the showcase on Sunday, one of the questions was asked, you know, why South Florida get so much of the hype and not Northeast Florida. And I was saying to them that one of the things is that first of all, the media market, but secondly, you got an NBA team right there.
Yeah.
Now, for any city to support an NBA team consistently, you know that city has a lot of basketball.
That's true.
Right? Because all of these teams, they play in packed houses night after night after night. Okay, you know how many people are buying season tickets and planning for it?
Yeah.
So the point where I'm getting to here is that if you think of Jacksonville, this area, largest city by landmass, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of basketball.
Yeah, it is.
So, even at the high school level, once we put it together and that UNF vibe continues to build, I have no doubt that now is going to have to now transfer. The colleges are going to start doing better.
Yeah.
UNF is going to start doing better on the court. FSCJ is going to start
all
doing
of the
better.
colleges, yeah, around.
JU.
Yeah, EWU. Yeah.
All of them, because now there's more incentive, there's more competition now to be the top program. You know what I'm saying? Now you can start attracting better players.
I mean, when you think about it, like you said, when you think about metros, right? You got Jacksonville, Orlando, Miami. If you take some of our top teams and top talents and drop them somewhere else, they'll still be the top teams. They'll still be the top players. The difference is there's certain media platforms, like you said, in Orlando, Miami, that all they do is boost their kids, lift them up, boost. What Jacksonville in the past, what we still kind of do now is like to hammer our kids. We like to, if a kid doesn't perform in one game, we already giving them up on them or talking bad about them, to where that same situation can happen in Miami and Orlando, and you may not hear about it, or they'll boost them up.
Right.
So I think we all are doing a great job of that, because I think our city is catching up, and they better be careful when we do. Be careful.
Indeed. But speaking about catching up, and let's look back at the state championships. We had a number of teams that made the final four.
Right.
Some of them fell at the first hurdle.
Yeah.
I guess some people would say most surprising would be Jackson, because we expected them to be to make the final. And you were at the game, right? So give me your impressions. What do you think happened with Jackson that they didn't win that semi?
Honestly, if you were just watching the game and you take the scoreboard wasn't up, you're just watching the game in totality, Jackson was the better team.
Absolutely.
Except for the last probably 30 seconds of the game.
Absolutely.
Right. And if you just looking at it, you would think, man, it feels like Jackson is up by 10 points throughout the whole game. I think Byron and his staff did a great job of having a game plan of like smothering the Villages players. I just think the Villages kind of made more timely plays late in the fourth quarter. Right, but if you're watching the game, there's no doubt in my mind that Jackson was a better team.
Yeah,
easily.
What I saw is that Jackson missed a couple of key baskets.
Yeah.
Think about it. They lost by about 2 points. Yeah, a couple of key baskets.
Huge.
Down the stretch.
Down the stretch. Yeah.
Any definitely. Two of those would have been a wrap.
And that's what we were saying. If you look at it from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. Probably not the last 30 seconds of the fourth quarter, but Jackson controlled that game.
Oh yeah.
Me watching it, I never felt like they were going to lose. I was just so comfortable. Like, man, they in control of it. They controlled the game. The players were playing, making shots, so I felt comfortable. Right. But things just happened in the last 30 seconds, man. And the kids played their tails off, man.
Oh, they did. The
coaches had a great game plan that we wonder how they were going to scheme up against Aaron Britton and Villages. They did a great job doing that.
They absolutely did.
So I want to tip my hat off to them. They did a great job. I just, sometimes that's how it happens, man. After the game, people were calling me, oh, man, how do you think Jackson lose? Sometimes it just happens that way, man. You really can't nitpick a basketball game at that state. There's so much on the line.
Again, like you said, if you're looking at the flow of the game, then it would be hard to nitpick.
It'd be hard.
Like I said, the only thing I could come up with is key baskets at key times is what to me because they were never at any point being outplayed.
Never. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And that brings me forward now to Fleming Island, their semifinal.
Yeah.
No, that was probably, except outside of Providence, probably the most dominant.
Dominant, yeah. That was dominant.
I mean, they really laid it down because, I'm looking at this, I'm like, you know what? This is states. Teams need at least one big quarter.
One big quarter, yes.
Open up 10, 15-point lead, then you can relax. And we're thinking, well, Providence, they did it. I think they did the third quarter.
They did theirs in the third.
Quarter, right? So I'm like, that's the way to do it. Fleming Island, I felt like, just like with Jackson, at no point in time did they feel like they were going to lose the game. And they dominated the game. Fast forward to the final. Now we have a comment. Somebody made a comment on our coverage of the game to say that, the Jacksonville commentary was biased. No, we're not going to try to defend that. We are Jackson.
Was it biased? They said it was biased on the network?
Towards Fleming Island. But hey, listen, we're Jacksonville.
Right. Yeah.
But here's this now. Here was his criticism. He thought that, what's the name of the team? He thought the team.
Oh, I forgot who they played. Yeah.
That they, starts with a P. Pembroke Pines. They thought that Pembroke Pines slowed Fleming Island. A fast starting team. And I was like, what game were you watching?
Yeah.
Fleming Island pretty much was on top of the game all along.
And
they suffered the same thing, I think, like Jackson suffered. Key plays, key baskets. You miss those.
Yeah.
You leave the door open. Mind you, at no point in, I think they probably had maybe about 6, 7, maybe as much as a 9-point lead at one point in time. But again, you're talking about the state final here.
State final, yeah.
The team that you're playing, they're here for a reason. They're no pushovers. So you got to play your game. And you got to ensure that each rep, each play, each set, you got to complete it with a basket.
And you kind of go back to Providence with that statement. You look at, when you're watching that game, you're just waiting for the explosion to happen. You're waiting for that separation, right? When I think in the final game, Luke picked up 2 fouls as starting point guard, and he sat the whole first half. And I think by halftime, the game was a 4-point game or 3-point game at that time. But when the start of the third quarter, me and my partner Nick, I was just like, man, if they can just get, have him on the court and they can extend this lead, the game is going to be over. And that's what happened. And Providence team is they were crazy talented, man. When you have 6 or 7 guys on the court, 5 guys on the court at one time and 2 off the bench, they can all dribble, pass, and shoot.
It's almost like you didn't lose a guy from the court.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's.
But let's speak about one of your captains coming up this weekend, man. We heard that Christie was injured going into the game.
Yeah.
And we're watching the game, and we're calling the game, and we're like, well, if that's an injured player, I don't want to see him when he's fully healthy.
Oh, man.
He went off the rail.
Yeah. When the news dropped, it kind of was like a heartbreak, right? When you seen he tore his Achilles, apparently. But the day before state, I talked to their coach, and I was just like, hey, is he hurt? And they're like, no, he's fine. But we don't know. Coach could be saying that, right? So we're watching him warm up the day of the game, and he looks explosive. But I can say that is kind of scary to put that out there that a kid is hurt, and if he wasn't hurt, so that scared a lot of people.
Yeah, but I was thinking, gamesmanship. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, I'm from the old era, man. I used to follow boxing, and I know the gamesmanship, So when I saw him play, I was like, is that what they were doing? But then I saw his the interview that he did with Nick, and it was like, yeah, he did have an injury, but it wasn't a debilitating injury that would have stopped him from playing the game. And let me tell you, that man, he went off.
Yo, super athletic, twitchy, and then when Luke went down in the with this 2 fouls in the first half, he kind of manned the point guard position, which he's a point guard. But with him and Luke on the court, he kind of plays off the ball. But when Luke went out with those 2 fouls, he was the primary ball handler, and managed it well, right? So I give him credit. Yeah,
he did. He
give him a lot of credit for that.
And while we're at it, let's just say, congrats to Providence,
absolutely,
for having won the state the state title. And I wasn't surprised when it happened. The one that had me a little bit quiet was Impact.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Herbert. Yeah.
Like, come on, not Impact.
Man, if you were, like I said, we were in the gym, so we felt like the silence that was on for the last 2 minutes, right? Because we knew it was kind of like, man, this may be it, right? And the gym was just complete silence because, shout out to Coach Jones and those boys at Impact. Their program is probably one of the best in the area.
No,
of
I saw them. I
it's
saw them play. We covered a couple of the games, and
it's one
I
of
mean,
the
like
best.
we saw them play Fleming Island, and
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, they neutralized Fleming Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always loved Fleming Island,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Jalil coming
Mm-hmm.
in. You know, you have two, I mean, almost 8 foot guys
You
over
do. You
there.
have
It
two.
feels like they're like
And you
yeah,
got two in Jacksonville. You good.
yeah,
Some teams ain't got one, and
yeah.
they got two. So
And I saw Impact. I mean, they were on their floor, and they
mm,
ran Fleming Island, man.
great
Yeah.
program. I
And then
mean,
I saw them play. We were there for the Jackson game
oh
also,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they took it to Jackson.
Hmm.
They took it to Jackson. Actually came away with a win. So I was, you know, I expected a lot of that team, and I was very, yeah, I was,
It was hurt.
yeah,
You were hurt.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
heartbreak, man,
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
watching
yeah.
that game. But as a program, you got to give them credit, man. They're disciplined. They have a tradition.
Hmm.
Shout out to, like I said, Coach Jones and his staff, man. They are
Yeah.
like,
And
yes, yeah, they maybe lose a lot in Ronald and Jeremiah and some of those bigs that they have. But next year, the culture stays. Like,
hmm.
who they are is always going to be
All
who they
be the
are.
same. Yeah.
Always going to be the same.
And you know, for Ron, I'd have loved for him to have lifted the title. You know, for what he went through.
Yeah,
You
most
know, the same
definitely.
thing
Mm-hmm.
with Coach Travis at Fleming Island. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he's had a tough year, but
Yeah,
he stayed on the
he did
sidelines.
stay up there.
He
Yeah.
stayed with his team, and
Mm-hmm.
kudos to you, Travis. Job
Yeah,
well done, man.
great job. Yeah.
You know, we had Carson Crawford
Mm-hmm.
on Sunday. He actually did some commentary.
I know. I saw
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Great
yeah.
job,
We gave him his
man.
debut, and you know, that man couldn't be prouder
Mm-hmm.
to say he's a state runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt good for him. I'm like, yeah, so you do understand that
Mm-hmm.
there's no shame in losing that game. That was a
Mm-hmm.
final.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, it was yours to lose, but
Yeah.
you know, you still made it like it's a history. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
had a awesome
No, they did.
awesome
They went on
season.
a
So
crazy run.
yeah,
Next year they're gonna,
yeah,
yeah,
indeed,
they're gonna be
indeed.
great next year.
And then on the girls side, we know San Jose, they got knocked out at the semifinal.
Yeah, Miami Country Day got
Yep.
them.
And then Bulls.
Both got knocked out in the semis.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And
To
then
Lake Highland Prep.
BK boys, they got knocked out.
Yeah.
But then the BK ladies.
Oh,
Were you there for
yeah,
that game? Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, we
They
missed that
showed
game,
out,
but
man.
yeah.
They showed out for that one. I mean, when you think about, we've been talking about like tradition and culture. I kind of think of the Coach Mayer did a great job, right, inheriting that team from Coach Clark, and then putting his own stamp on it,
Mhm.
right? He has a great core that's all coming back next year.
Mhm.
A
Wow.
a freshman point guard that's electrifying.
Mhm.
So that's a fun team to watch,
Yeah.
right? You kind of think of BK, you think of the chin offense. They're gonna just run the offense. They're gonna get the best shot. They're gonna take 2 minutes to get a shot up. That wasn't that team this year,
Mhm.
right? And that's credit to the freshman point guard Donovan, which is 94 feet up and down. He kind of changed the way that he plays. That's what a coach does,
Yeah.
right? So shout out to him as well.
But let me hear your thoughts on this. No shot clock at the state championships.
It's hard, right? Because if I'm a team that's, yeah, I got down there and I may be not as athletic, not as talented as the other team,
Mhm.
just because you want to play with the shot clock doesn't mean I have to play
Mhm.
with it, right? If it works in your benefit, why would I agree to it?
Mhm.
I know when the time comes for us that we all have to play with it, I have no choice.
Right.
But right now, I have a choice.
Mhm.
So if my team isn't as fast paced or it's my benefit to play without it, I'm gonna play without
Yeah.
it. But at the same time, I look at it on the other side too, to where it's like, man, my team, we just want to play basketball the right way, so let's put the shot clock on it.
Mhm.
So it depends on what side of it you're on, but I can
Yeah.
see for both sides, man.
But I tell you what, Providence, they use the lack of a shot clock to their advantage.
They do.
Perfectly.
They do. They do.
To precision.
They do. And then think about it, they were up, I think like 8. I think it was 8 or 9, like with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And me and Nick, I was like, that's game.
Mhm.
No shot clock.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah. Yeah.
hold the
Yeah. Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing you can do.
Right. But then Fleming Island, I saw where they were affected
Mhm.
by not having the shot clock.
Yeah.
Because here's what happened. At one point, they were playing like perfect
Mhm.
defense. I mean, they were hustling on D, hustling on D. But guess
Mhm.
what happened? There's no time.
No time.
You know,
Yeah.
Pembroke Pines could have held the ball for as long as they wanted. You know,
Mhm.
that play didn't work, so they tried something else. And you know, if you can't
Mhm.
force a turnover, and they were looking at like, you know, man, if there was a shot clock right here, Fleming Island.
Fleming would, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's one of them things. But personally, I think they should.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you why. All of these players,
Mhm.
all these athletes, they look up.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they all think of playing, and I'm going to pass NBA, Olympics,
Hmm.
FIBA Worlds, and all of that.
Hmm.
And those who make it to, the NBA or whichever professional league,
Hmm.
that's what they watch every night.
Hmm.
You see
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah.
And that's what they're playing towards. So at this point in time, why not get them used to it? Because I
Hmm.
mean, a lot of these kids, man, they're playing big man ball.
They are. Yeah. A
You know
lot
what
of
I'm
those
saying?
teams, but you got
Yeah.
some teams that's there that may not be. That may not
And I
be.
get it, but again, you got to step up your game though.
That's true.
The world changes.
It does change. That's why next year is going to be a different story for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of these
And
teams.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm just looking forward to teams just having seen what happened. They said, hey,
Hmm.
we want to
We
be
want to be
there.
there. Yeah. That should
You
be the
know.
change in a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
All right, so you're watching Sports and Sounds right here on SSB, the podcast. Courtney Wallace sitting in for Scott Cooper and LaTroy Strong, who had a business to take care of. But we got the
Come on,
first
man.
while
Come on, man.
Marcus Dixon
I
here,
just
reps
come
and
on.
reps, and we're just shooting hoops.
Yeah,
We're just
man.
talking about started at the
Mm.
state championships. But now let's go back into the season. We saw some stellar games.
Oh yeah.
Some
Oh,
stellar games.
great
I mean,
games.
like I really wasn't surprised at some of the crowds I saw from the
Mhm.
Jacksonville teams because some of the gyms. I remember being to Jackson
Mhm.
and AD Sanchez saying to
Mhm.
me, "Hey, we had to close the doors." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like the
Man.
sound of that. It
Yeah.
means people are showing
People
up for the
showing up.
game."
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because for me, as a broadcaster, there's no point having great basketball
Mhm.
and nobody watching it.
Absolutely.
And you're not
Yeah.
building an atmosphere.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's just a boost for these kids.
Mhm.
It helps them to lift the game
Well,
overall. So,
I'm gonna put you on the hot seat really quick.
hmm
Who are your top 3 schools that you guys like to go and watch and live stream?
all right.
Rank them
So
from 3 to 1.
so here's how I'm gonna answer that question.
Okay.
Now, when we just started,
Mhm.
we'd call an AD and say, "Hey, this is who we are.
Mhm.
We'd like to come and live stream your games."
Mhm.
Well, we'd send emails.
Mhm.
No answer.
Mhm. I know it's changed now.
Yeah, no answer.
I know.
We make phone calls,
Mhm.
and it was always
Mhm.
iffy,
Mhm.
right? However, one of the first schools we reached out to was Fleming Island.
Mhm.
AD Travis Cunningham,
Mhm.
what are you guys waiting on?
Mhm.
Opened up the doors, rolled out the red carpet.
Mhm.
Football, basketball, whatever we want to do.
Mhm.
So that naturally meant then Fleming Island
Mhm.
is
I
going to go.
respect. Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Another school we reached out to was Orange Park.
Mhm.
Destiny Brightman and Coach K.
Mhm.
We love what you do. Come on in.
Mhm.
Doors wide open. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So then Oakleaf, the same
Mhm.
thing. I mean, Coach Price,
Mhm.
Rodney, DeBose,
Mhm.
they opened up for us.
Mhm.
At that point in time, we wanted to get into Duval.
Mhm.
Nobody would answer.
Wow.
Nobody.
Wow.
You know how we got into Duval? Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. I remember that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
so a lot of people will see what we do and say, hey, we're biased to certain schools. Well, our bias to certain schools is because those are the schools
You
that
can be
welcome.
biased. Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you said, now it's a whole different thing now
It's a whole
because
different thing, I bet.
now we have Scott Cooper on board.
Mhm.
LaTroy Strong is with us.
Mhm.
They have relationships with all these coaches.
Mhm.
Now, I can walk up to a coach and say, "What's up, coach?" And he looks like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Uh-huh.
They now know you. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So when we speak of my favorite to cover,
Mhm.
those teams are going to get my kudos
Absolutely.
only for that.
Mhm.
But then again, you think of the programs.
Mhm.
You have to look at the Andrew Jackson program,
Mhm. That environment.
the environment.
Yeah.
It's a fun place to
Mhm.
broadcast from.
Absolutely.
They're media friendly. Coach
Mhm.
Shemwell, like I said, he was the first coach in Duval to
Mhm.
text me and say, "Hey, we'd love for you to do a game for us,
Mhm.
January 5, 2025, against Williston
Mhm.
when they dropped 100."
Mhm. Man.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they've always been receptive.
Mhm.
So naturally, going to Jackson is it's a
Mhm.
no-brainer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like no, like you said, more schools are
Oh,
opening
no,
up.
I bet.
I mean, this season alone, ooh man, we did so many new schools. We were at let's see, Rebalt.
Mhm.
Coach Showers, he just opened up. Yeah, come on in. We did Rebalt. We did where else did we go? Impact.
Mhm.
We did Impact. Um, Who else?
Y'all did a middle school game.
We did middle school. Yeah,
Come on
Repsonreps
now.
middle.
Y'all did a middle school.
Yeah.
Which is rare.
Which is rare. And I mean, the response from the parents was phenomenal.
Oh, that's good.
Was
That's really
phenomenal
good.
because one of the things that I love to point out to people is that, remember this, we don't get paid for doing this.
Mm-hmm.
We do this for the love of the game, for the love of the athletes.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at who we have on board, we have coaches, Scott Cooper, Latroy Strong, people who have always had an interest in developing talent and just to see talent grow. As for me, living in the area, I want to give back to the area. I want to see the area grow. You know what I'm saying? I want us to be sitting here 10 years from now and say, man, look at where we've reached from where we're coming from.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about development. So when the parents recognize what we're doing and they show us that love, then it gives you the warm and fuzzies. Which reminds me to remind you, please subscribe, like, and share.
I think honestly it's never been done before, on the sense of the kids love the live streaming, right? I guarantee you, if you go to a game, they pick up their phone after the game, the first place they're going is to YouTube to watch, to clip their highlights, right? But I think the most intimate part of the live stream is after a game and you get a kid come over to talk to them in front of a camera and bright lights and the microphone.
Right.
That may be the only time a kid ever gets to have that moment.
Indeed.
Right? And parents see it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I've said to them, that, I remember when I was in high school, the only people who got media attention and got bright lights and cameras is at the college and
exactly
professional level. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, a lot of these kids, not every student athlete matriculates.
Yeah.
To even that level of college or to the pros. So my thing is, if this is going to be the best day of your life and you're a 13-year-old or an 8-year-old, I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, let's go.
Because you never know what that can do for a kid.
What they can do
going forward.
Oh man,
you
huge
know what
things.
I'm saying? So we absolutely love what we do, and we intend to keep keep.
Oh no, I think what you guys have in your hand is something it's just special, right? That you don't have in Northeast Florida, right? Like myself and our organization, we normally do stuff post event, but you guys do it live during the event with coverage after, with those interviews. Man, it's special.
Yeah.
So I want you to know that it's really, and I appreciate the partnership that we have, because when we put on our events, when you attach yourself to our event, it goes up, right? Especially for teams from out of town that can't watch it from SSV.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to know y'all are very, very appreciated.
No, man,
if you don't hear that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I want to tell you this. On Sunday, while we were at the showcase, Scott came up to me and he had this look in his eyes, almost like he was tearing up. I was like, he was telling me that he met a parent in the parking lot, and the parent was saying to him, was just basically singing our praises, and was saying that he had to go to town, and I think his son or his grandson was playing, and he wasn't able to watch, and he was heartbroken,
man,
not to be able to watch. And then he found out, hey, we're gonna be at the game, and he was like, that just made
everything.
And I mean, when Scott came and told me that, I said to Scott, you know what, man, that caps the season for me. That caps the season for everything else that we'd have achieved in this, just our second season. And even for what we'll achieve going on, just
that moment.
Yeah. Because I mean, last season we spoke of MGT 11, Marcus Goggins from Oakleaf. We had, when we live streamed their games, we had like about 40 people up in Colorado, because that's
I remember you tell me that story.
Yeah, and they stayed on the chat, and I mean, like, they were like, we love what you guys do, because we get to see him not just highlights, but in a game with commentary. It feels like we're watching real television kind of a thing. And Bryce Robinson, his mom, came up to us, the same thing. Because I think he's from Ohio. I think his family's from Ohio or Iowa, one of them states, and they're like, same thing. Fleming Island, we call him the kicker from Fleming Island on a football team. It was the same thing. You know what I mean? So when we do these things, so we've had people from as far away as Japan watching the games, military families.
Got something special, man. This is special. So shout out to you.
But again, thanks to people like yourself for seeing the vision and
Oh no, I
deciding
believe
to
it.
partner with us, and we're excited.
I mean, I remember. I don't know. You probably remember this last year. Me and you met with your wife. We met at what was that place called?
It was
The
some on
burrito
South
spot,
Side. Yeah,
burrito gallery.
yeah,
We
right,
met,
right.
yeah, and we just hit it off from
Yeah,
that point on.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
told you my vision behind reps. You shared yours with SSV, and it was like, whatever we can do, we're there.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just been seamless, man.
Yeah,
So I
man. It's all
appreciate
about
that.
the game, all about
That's it.
the student athletes, man, and
That's
just
it.
giving them that opportunity. What I'm
Because
saying?
a lot of people don't see the work that goes into the stuff that we do.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
once this camera's cut off and everything, you have a whole setup behind here that you got to properly break down,
Right. Right.
take care of, and walk to your car. Like that's
Yeah.
an extra hour added on to the time that
Indeed.
that we're
Indeed.
here. So
Yeah.
a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah, and I want to say thanks to Scott Cooper, LaTroy, people like Ron Jarrett, all the people who have seen and they've come on and said, hey, we are on board, we'll help, because remember now, we're not making money doing this, so everybody know it's basically pro bono.
Right.
We're building something.
Yeah.
And for people to see the vision and to put their energies behind it, I mean, it's special.
Oh, it's dope.
special.
I just want to say, man, hey, for the podcast, if anybody, I just want to be a regular. I'm gonna say it again. I just want to be a regular. So,
Hey, bro.
Scott, Coach
You're
Strong,
booked.
yeah.
You're booked.
I just text me. Scott texted
You're
me today
booked.
and said, "Can you
Yeah.
make it?" Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, he also did commentary.
I did.
Yeah, he did
Come on, man, I can do it.
commentary.
Come on, man. Multi-talented. I got you.
Of course. And that's another thing, man. Last year at the All Star game, Coach Byron, man, he kept texting me, man, I need to come do some commentary. I need to do commentary. I'm like, Yo, bro, stop talking. Come do it.
Come do
okay?
it. Yeah, let's do it.
And he came, and him and Scott were on the broadcast. I don't know if you watched it. I don't think those guys called one play.
It just was chat. Yeah,
They were
it was
just chat, and it was the most hilarious and funny thing ever to just sit back, because I'm there and I'm producing, and I'm just listening to these guys just chopping it up. And it was just, it was all the chain, man.
I hope Byron's there on Sunday at the All Star game, so we both can be on commentary and talk.
Yeah,
and chop it up,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. That's what it's about, man. Because another thing is, we're not ESPN. We're not Fox Sports.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
We're probably trying to be in terms of coverage and what we can give back.
Production.
But, production and all that. But when it comes on to the way we do things, we want to be relaxed, man. This is what we want to do. We want to just kick back and be relaxed
and talk. Most definitely.
Just talk, have fun, have fun. Have some drinks at the Players Grill.
I know. So come on down, man. It's very nice in here too.
Yeah. Again, kudos to Nick and the Players Grill staff, for taking care of us and agreeing to host the podcast. One of our plans is to one of these days, we gonna pull this place out every night.
Oh, that would be nice.
Every Tuesday night. All right, so Marcus, let's see, where are we at now? We're half an hour into the program. We've spoken a lot. We've said a lot.
Absolutely.
How about if we get to
let's do it.
The real deal.
Let's do it.
The next real deal.
Yes.
That is the All Star game. First of all, give us a little history on the
Absolutely.
All-Star.
The North Florida All Star game has been around for years. It was, even when I was in school, it was kind of seen being like the prestige best of the best All Star game, right? Even in my graduation class 2014, I thought I was a decent player and didn't even make it, but I understood it because how much of a prestigious event it was. I believe back in, I can't remember the year, but Michael Ross, the organizer of the event, kind of one of our mentors, me and Nick, he kind of passed it down to us, right? He came to us and was like, guys, I'm done with it. Kind of want you guys to take it way further than I ever thought it could grow to. And this year would be year 5 for us, kind of taking over for him. And we kind of look at it as we're not reinventing the wheel. This isn't something we created off of an idea. It's just something that was passed down to us and kind of putting our own twist on it, stamp, and kind of trying to elevate it and kind of resonating with the kids, right? This year, it's a little different with states being, I think it was a week after years in the past. We normally do it a weekend after state every year. But this year, both Duval and St. John counties on spring break this year. So it's been a rough 2 weeks trying to get kids just committed to it, especially at the middle school level with spring break and everything. But we just worked so hard and we put so much time into it because what people did before us, right? What Michael Ross and Coach Ross did before us was elevated. So now what we want to do is kind of, honor him. You don't want to somebody pass you their baby and you just don't treat it well.
Right.
He passed us his baby and we're gonna do our best to put on a good show.
Yeah. All right. So and basically your format is you pick two of the best to be your team captains, and then you select the others around
So we build it around 2 girls, 2 boys as the so-called captains, and kind of they represent the team more on the marketing, promoting side, and then you have them draft the teams. All right. Normally do the draft live or record it, but this year both of the captains were out of town due to spring break, so we did that behind closed doors through a phone call, and it kind of went. It was fun, kind of seeing the different. We in our mind, we kind of thought some teams would be built the right way, well, a certain way, and it was the complete opposite.
Wow.
Right. So it's just the fun part. We try to make it fun and fresh, right? Instead of us picking the teams, have the players pick it. You got some kids that have been playing with other players for years since they were little, to where now they didn't play high school with each other, but they just play their last game in Jacksonville with each other, and that's very meaningful to us. Especially like you said about parent feedback. We get so much positive parent feedback from that game, and coaches. So very appreciative of that.
And I like it because like we said, it's been a long season, and the kids, they work hard.
Very.
They work hard to achieve whatever they've achieved in season. So now it's a good time to have a fun game.
And I think it's kind of more of a celebratory game.
Right.
It's more about having. You still want to compete, but it's about that fun celebrating.
Because
Basketball.
the pressure is off.
The pressure's off.
Yeah.
Even for not even the players. Think about the coaches that get to come and enjoy it. It's kind of like we kind of use it as our end year. Like in the business side, this is our end year.
Right.
And like you said earlier, just like to end for you guys to kind of end the season, right? So we kind of pinpoint that to say, let's celebrate, let's fellowship once everybody's in the gym with each other, kind of networking in a way too. So I just think the event is huge because we put in so much work into it, man. You know what goes into putting on this event, and it's at a college court, right? FSCJ has renovated their gym the past 3 years, and it's beautiful. Now you get to play your last game on that court.
Right.
That's huge.
So did I hear you say you might go to UNF? No, it's okay. You don't have to answer.
No, listen, no. Let's talk about that, right? So we run as a business now, right? We started as just doing media. Let's just go out and do media, but now we've kind of grown so much that we're like a real business. So if it makes sense, we can make it happen. I just think FSCJ is kind of like something you said about Oakleaf and Orange Park and all those schools. They gave us the shot. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, we texted their coach the plan, and he's like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for us to move it.
And that's one of the greatest things for me is when you come up with an idea and you throw it at somebody like a coach. Somebody said something to me a couple of years ago when we were trying to get into schools and it just wasn't flowing as we'd prefer. And the guy said, coaches don't need us to play ball. You know what I'm saying? They got hoops or they got goalposts and they got players. That's all they need. They don't need us. So when you reach out to somebody and they welcome you with open arms, it does something for you. It takes a load off of you, actually. It takes a load off of you. And we appreciate just about every coach. Every AD who was welcomed us in. We just want to say thanks to all of you guys.
And that's Coach Eaton and her staff at FSCJ, the AD there, they treat us like family. Like we can come in and it's kind of like, all right, you guys got it. Whatever you need, I'm here working for you. And man, that means a lot. So we got to do so much. Like the time on the flyer may say from 11 to 4, but we're there probably from 8 a.m. to like, it's all day. It's all day thing. I mean, you were there last year. You were there with us from as soon as we opened the gym. You text me and you're like, what time can we get in? We're in there all day. So it's a long, that's why it's kind of hard to say like, oh, we can go to UNF, but everything makes sense at FSCJ.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's home for us too,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
home for Battlegrounds too. So any coaches watching
And
want to
and,
play,
and not only
come
that,
play.
you know, it your event gets better, they're now hosting a better event.
Yes,
For
yes.
for every step up the ladder you go,
Hmm.
you're taking them with
And we
you,
go,
and
yeah.
it's a hand in hand, hand
Hmm.
in glove kind of a
Hmm.
situation. Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
funny you say that. We're at the spot, we're at the point now. When we put on these events, we've been doing it for so long. This is year 5 for us. We've been executing at a high rate, a high efficiency. That these events, we kind of nitpick ourselves,
yeah. Hmm.
right? We kind of get to the point where after the event, we're like, all right, so what did we do wrong?
Hmm.
And that's conversations me and Nick have with our spouses. It's not, oh, we did this great, we did this.
Hmm.
Everything could have been great. But
Right.
what's the few things that we could have done? And it could be something so small,
Oh
like
yeah. Oh yeah.
it can be buy blue tape or something small like
But you know,
that.
those are the things that will you know, if you think of a boat,
Hmm.
it's not the big gash in the side of the boat that's gonna
Hmm.
let the water in. So that
Hmm.
little pinhole that you
Yep.
miss over time,
Over
it
time.
wears away at it, and
Yep.
before long you have a have a big
Have a
problem on
big
your
problem.
hands. So.
We just want to be sharp and we want to give the kids a great send off. It's basically
Hmm.
what it is. A great send off to
Right.
like a career closing send off.
Hmm.
You know, you basically saying tip your cap off, you did great.
Right.
You deserve this feeling. You deserve to get interviewed by Scott and be on
Hmm.
SSB. You
Right.
deserve
Right.
to play on your last game on the bright lights at FSCJ.
Hmm.
You deserve all these things because you guys put the work in and you're just as good as anybody else in Miami, Orlando.
Right.
And honestly, we put in so much work. I like our All Star game up against a lot of Orlando's, Miami. I
Hmm.
like ours against it. You know,
Right.
we do a great job.
Right. Right. And yeah, congrats on it, man.
I
Congrats. And of
appreciate
course,
it.
you can watch it live.
You can watch it live too.
Right here on
Yeah.
SSB, Sunshine State Broadcasting. And remember, please subscribe, like,
Hmm.
share, comment. Just be a part of the family.
Yes.
Yeah? All right.
Yep.
And if you can, show up to the game.
Please, that helps
Show
us
up
a
to the
lot.
game. Yeah,
Help
yeah,
us
yeah.
a
Show
lot,
up to the
man.
game.
Sunday, March 22nd, we'll be at FSCJ South Campus. Renovated gym, new bleachers, beautiful court. Great games going throughout. We'll have entertainment going on. We'll have SSB there, so if you see them, stop by and kind of
Yeah.
talk to them, man. Great people.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're excited
But
for Sunday.
but let's talk about being excited now. Let's talk about some of the names, some of the players we're going to get to see on the court.
Okay. Opening up for on the girls' high school side, we have Evie Freeman from Bowles. She's an electric point
Yeah,
guard.
yeah, she's good.
You
She is
have
good.
Audrey Byer from Sequoia, can shoot the lights out. Excited to see the numbers she puts up in the three-point shootout. Leah Most from San Jose Prep, up and down, just she has like this New York style of basketball where it's like showmanship.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to see her. On the boys' side, man, is when the teams were made, it kind of was like you got one team with Providence and Jackson players, then you got one team with Impact and PV and Fleming Island players.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like I'm excited to see how they compete.
Right.
Right? You have Ronald and Maddox Palmer on one
Mhm.
team. You got Marvin, Luke, and all the Jackson boys, Providence together.
Mhm.
Like that's a cool. These guys been playing against each other all year.
Right, right,
They get to
right,
play,
right.
you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying, on the same team. So
You
some
know,
great players.
I'm looking forward to Maddox Palmer's college career.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think he's an explosive player. I think, I like players that are not only from
Hmm.
here down, but here up,
Hmm.
who
Oh, no, he's
actually
ready.
think
Yeah, he's
through the
ready.
game.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple of his games, and when things get away, he
Hmm.
finds a way to do.
Oh yeah, he's ready.
So I like him. I like him. All right. So who else we have? Who else we got?
On the middle school side, we have our young stars. We got Jaden Edmondson. We saw him at my school, Christian Heritage, playing for Potter's House, electrifying player. On the girls' middle school side, we have Caroline Mays. She's a great shooter. She goes to Landrum, 8th grader. I'm excited to see them compete on the big stage. Like the stage makes itself, right? You can have this game at a middle school or in a high school, but the feel is different when
Yeah.
it's at a college court. Like
It
you were
is.
saying about UNF, it's just different.
That's different. Yeah. Big game
It's
field.
a big game field,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
gives them an opportunity to show that. And I'm just excited for all of the players. If I didn't mention all the players, I'm excited because every year our MVP is somebody we don't ever think of.
Mhm.
Right? You think of the best player is going to be MVP, but normally it's the person who plays the hardest
Right.
and who wants it.
Who wants it?
You know,
most,
and
yeah.
this year, before we leave, it's something cool that we have. My good friend Mike Evans, he's opened up his shop that's called Streetwear Fashion, and he's gifting the MVP brand new Kobe's
Oh
for
wow.
their shoes. So we'll
Yeah.
see if that ups
The
the
level.
competition.
The
Yeah, and I
level.
think it
Yeah.
will. And he'll be there. So if y'all see him, stop by and kind of check what he has
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. That sounds good. So we're looking forward to it, man.
I
We know
appreciate it.
again, even for us as
Hmm.
broadcasters, it's like I told you what happened with Shem and
Hmm.
Scott last year, is that basically you don't feel that pressure
Hmm. Now you know.
to be a
Yeah.
broadcaster. You can just
Hmm.
relax and just talk through it. It's just like Sunday when we were at the showcase. It was
Hmm.
basically the same thing.
Just chopping it up.
Just
Yeah.
chopping it up, man. Just talking and like you said, please, please, if you see us, come
Come on.
across,
Yeah,
say
man.
hi,
Come
man.
on.
Come on.
Yeah.
We're easy people.
Hmm.
We're not trying to be, we're trying to be, but not,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, we're easy people. Well, all right, we've been here quite a minute, Marcus. Almost,
Yes.
almost an hour.
Almost.
Or is it 2 hours? I don't know. It don't even matter to me, but in wrapping again another still a year of still a basketball season
Hmm.
for the Jacksonville area,
Hmm.
and I'm excited for what's to
I'm
come.
excited. I think trajectory is up, and if we all can stick together as adults to help the kids out, we'll be just fine.
Yeah,
We'll be
and,
fine.
and you and I had this conversation before that we should never see ourselves, regardless of what we do, as competing against each other
Hmm.
because we all have our own flavors
Hmm.
to what we do, and everybody is adding their ingredients to the
Hmm.
pie,
Hmm.
so to speak. And if everybody comes together and make it happen,
Hmm.
because right now, in my mind, the objective has to be to make Jacksonville a top basketball destination.
We're on our way. We're
Yeah,
on our
not just
way.
in
Yeah.
Florida,
Yeah.
but in the region,
Mm.
because you got Atlanta just up the road.
Yeah.
You know
Huge
what I'm saying?
metro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to put our names in the hat, our name in the hat
Mm.
there, where people will think of us, which is a good thing because we forgot to mention the first weekend of the state championships. Ason was here
Oh yeah,
at
it
the
was
Vice,
here.
at the
Yeah, it
Vice
was
Star
here.
Memorial. So
Mm.
Jacksonville was basketball central
It's getting there.
in that weekend,
Mm.
and that was a. I mean, we didn't get to go
Mm.
obviously because we're out of state, but
It's a huge thing.
yeah,
It's a huge
yeah,
thing.
yeah, it has
And it's
to be.
kind of like you said before we head out about the all of us together. We're all building
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville up.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
everybody can eat in their own way, and everybody,
Oh yeah.
it's
Oh
all
yeah.
love to everybody.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think as adults we got to put that out 1st.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then imagine, I mean, the area is so large that you slice it up different areas.
Mhm.
Now you go back to the rivalries.
Mhm.
And now the rivalries take on a whole different
Yes.
meaning.
Mhm.
Because again, for me, at the end of the day, come state next year,
Mhm.
I want to see as many Jacksonville teams as is possible
And we will.
in every
And we will.
in every class.
Every class, yeah, and
We
we
have a
will.
team up there, but not only having teams up there, we're having teams making the finals,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Now, of course, for you to win the championship, you're gonna make the finals. So we make as many teams in the finals,
Uh,
and then from there on in, as many championships.
yep. Jacksonville on top, man. We
Yeah.
will be there.
We will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the River City.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks to you all for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. Remember, subscribe, like, share. Thanks to Marcus,
Come on, man.
Repsonreps.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember Sunday, FSCJ off of Beach Boulevard, the South
Be
Campus.
there. It'll be a show.
That's
Be a
that's
show.
where we're gonna be having the All Star game. SSB will be there. I think by then Scott and Latroy will be back, and we're just gonna have some fun with it.
Yeah, man.
Have some fun with it. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
And hey, we love you. Appreciate you.
See ya.
Good night.
Appreciate you. Yeah,
man.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.